Stars and Strikes, a multi-entertainment center that includes games, bowling, bumper cars, laser tag, a great kitchen, is truly a marvel. Being one of the top 5 companies in their specific industry, they have been able to prosper while staying private. This begs the question how, but first we must know who. Chris Albano and Jack Knaus created this company back in 2004. Luckily, Chris was able to give us some insight on how it began.
Jack and I, before we were business partners, we were best buddies. Played on the tennis team. We were tennis coaches together in Kimball Farms. We actually came up with this idea, this concept in North Carolina at his cabin. Jack and I were really talking about a business that would be something where parents could take their children to and enjoy time together. Kind of went down a crazy path of discovery, and it landed into this bowling-centered family entertainment. And so that's really how it started. We wanted to build something that parents and children can enjoy together. Our original name was Thunderbird Lanes, which is still the name of the LLC for the first location in Cumming, Georgia. But we figured a retro kind of look and feel like that might not last forever, so we had to come up with something a little different. So this was 3 years after 9/11, and patriotism was still at its at a high point. So Stars and Strikes, bowling strike, and it worked. It just worked, yeah. Jack and I really don't have big egos, so if somebody feels strongly about something, then the other one was like, fine, I'm good, let's do it, and vice versa. So
a partnership since in the beginning has been able to stand as a solid base for the company. But as we all know, there are many people involved in a successful business.
It's really easy to get full of yourself when you have a little success, no matter what you're talking about, sports, school, business. When people do that and stick their chests out and feel like they're above the other people they're with, and then bad things start to happen. And in the world of business, it's very much about teamwork. This is a 1,500 person team we've built in the company, and I think if anyone feels like we're putting ourselves above them or putting our success above their quality of life, then I think that's just the wrong approach. I think for the team members inside the company, one of our core values is having them participate in the success of the company. And as we've grown and become more profitable over the years, we've been able to do more and more things to support some of our key managers around the company and their quality of lives, and being able to really enjoy their time with Stars and Strikes and prosper and whatnot as being very important. And we've succeeded at that. We've got a lot of really good people that are doing well, and really benefiting from the success of the company.
I was able to put this ideal to the test by speaking to the office manager of the Sandy Springs location.
I'm a college student. I go to Life University, and my previous jobs are not so receptive to you working full time and working around your school schedule. And I also bowled on a collegiate team, so I did sports, I did school, all that good stuff, and Stars really helped work around that and let me still work and have a job. It is tough, and it's been a lot to work and to have athletics and all that stuff, but I'm grateful that Stars and Strikes lets me do that, because not every company is so generous.
Although Stars and Strikes has clearly been prospering, Chris spoke of some new changes to their operations in the near future.
We will have 2,000 team members in the company by the end of 2020. And with the new stores opening, so that's a lot. It's a lot to manage, and really most of my time is spent strategically on thinking how do we grow the company's foundation to support all those stores coming on, going from 13 to 17, and so there's a lot of things we're doing to get the resources and the support resources that will enable the success of each of the locations. So we're right in the process of transitioning to a much more regional structure in our company. So if you look at geographic regions, we're operating in 5 states with North Carolina coming on now. So we got North Carolina, Tennessee, South Carolina, Alabama, Georgia. So we're looking at regionalizing our resources geographically, and then that'll be from an operations management, a technical resources and whatnot. We have 3 primary businesses in our company. It's the bowling and related, it's the arcade, and food and beverage. And so we're hiring a corporate expertise in each of those areas that will support the locations, and that's kind of where the direction is going.
Jake was able to explain to us his role within the company, shining light on the regional necessities of Stars and Strikes, which would help in its new structure.
There's actually a lot of things that I do, but the biggest things our like financial reports, such as our weekly revenue, determining what our revenue is on a day-to-day basis, our payroll, and then making sure that everyone that works at this location gets a paycheck. Yeah, so basically how it kind of works, like, so let's just say, there's a staff that works for the arcade, right? And there's an arcade manager, and they're in charge of making those schedules and making sure their people know when to come to work. And then I'm kind of like the next level up where I have to make sure that the schedules are in, they are clocking in and out, like they are getting paid. Yeah, so on Saturdays we have a lot of birthday parties. It's also like our biggest day, because like Monday through Friday people are in school, they get home, they don't want to go out. So on Saturdays people are out and about, they want to come out and have fun. There's a lot of parties going on, birthday parties, corporate events, bar mitzvahs, anything you can think of, we've got it going on here. So that's like why it's usually the busiest day out of the week for us. By the numbers, the arcade games actually make up not most of our revenue, but a majority. I think it's like 40% or something like that is. So between, all of that, laser tag, bumper cars, the arcade games just make the most money overall. But of course, like laser tag and bumper cars are a nice add-on to that number.
Through growth and turmoil, Chris swears that there is always one special part of Stars and Strikes that keeps it going.
We have 7 core values in our company. Giving back to the communities we serve, respecting each other, listening, cleanliness. Team members will share in the success of the company. So we do a lot of charitable work. It's a high priority in our company between Make a Miracle, Foster Children, Relay for Life. We've got a lot of organizations that we do support, and we ask our team members to find others. Yeah, so that's probably the most important thing that we have in our company. It's the foundation of those values, yeah.
A thriving business with a core that stands in friendship, family, integrity, and charity has been able to become a spectacular model for success and shows no signs of slowing down. Stars and Strikes is truly a marvel. Beyond its monetary success that rivals significant chains while still being private, Jack Knaus and Chris Albano have created a legacy that will live on through more than just bowling. They have created a titan under their Stars and Strikes.